Hello, everybody. This is your guy at the dashboard. I wanted to go live today and just talk about what happened over the weekend and talk about the car shows I went to and some of the other events. I'm also going to have a little slideshow running in the background here in just a minute to show you some of the vehicles that were at these two car shows I went to. First up was on Saturday morning. I went to the Rockabilly Resurrection Car Show that was in Kingsland or some people call it St. Mary's, Georgia. There were about 40-ish cars there. It was a pretty cool car show. I mean, it was a small show. Of course, most car shows are small the first time they hold them, and this was a first time event. It was at the Armed Forces Motorcycle Club in Kingsland. Um, they were trying to raise some money. I think they were trying to expand their car show, their clubhouse, or maybe do some outreach stuff. Not 100% sure what they were raising funds for, but my car club, the Callahan Cruisers, was hosting the show for them. So I went out because I was a member of the Cruisers. But we had a pretty good range of cars. We had some pretty old ones, like Model T, Model A Ford, a couple of Chevy trucks. Um, then we had some newer vehicles, including my own. We had a newer Transformers Camaro, which you just saw a minute ago. We had motorcycles that were out there for show. Uh, there was one car though that stood out to me the most at this car show. It was a newer model Challenger that had a lot of custom graphics work and a lot of touches done. You'll see some pictures of it here in just a second. It was done up in the Poison Ivy uh, villain character from Batman and other standalone comic books. Uh, the woman that was the owner of this car had it done to the nines. I mean, everything that she could accessorize, she accessorized. I got to talking to her about it, and come to find out, we had our graphics done at the same place. So here's the pictures of it. Just this car was awesome. She even had the trunk lid insert and the hood underlay insert airbrushed in Poison Ivy theme. Oh, and this is also the place that had the six-seater slingshot that was custom built. And I've seen a four-seat slingshot, but this one just blew it away as being six-seat. It's like you look at it and you go, "What twisted mind came up with this? Who thought they needed a six-pack?" I mean, really, that's not something that you just commonly think of. Oh, I forgot. We had a couple of newer Corvettes out there too. I like to when I go to car shows and there's graphics on vehicles. I like to get shots of the graphics because more and more you don't see graphics on cars. People don't do graphics. They just, oh, I got a neat looking car and leave it at that. They don't customize the car. Well, I'm gonna highlight cars that are custom. If they've got a graphic on the door or they got a graphic on the car somewhere, I'm gonna take a picture of just the graphic on the car along with the car because I think that's something that has died out a lot in car culture these days, and I guess it probably has to do with the fact that a lot of people don't customize their cars because they don't keep them long enough to customize them. They don't pay them off or whatever for whatever reason. It just has went by the wayside customizing cars. And then on Sunday morning, I went to the Yulee Cars and Coffee monthly meetup, where we have the largest variety of cars you could think of. I mean, we got BMWs, we got Mercedeses, we got Mustangs, we got Camaros, we got Chargers, we got Challengers, we got Volkswagens, we got motorcycles, we got sport bikes. We had Jeeps. We got Jeeps. There's a picture of a Jeep in this slideshow that the Jeep owner had it done up like one of the Jurassic Park Jeeps. I kind of like that. That was neat. Oh, we even had a Toyota Supra with the new Supras show up this week. There's a Volkswagen Bug that's going to be coming up in the slideshow in a minute. This guy had it customized in one of the, here it is. He had metal work done, cutouts all over this car in different ways and different custom stuff done. These are the kind of cars you like to see that somebody just did a lot of custom work on. Then there's cars that aren't so custom, like this Honda here. I can't remember if this silver one was an Aston Martin or not, but I think it was. So don't see those very often. Oh, and there's a Volkswagen Beetle that's in this live right here. This thing was one of the diesel Volkswagen Bugs that somebody had done some enhancements on the diesel. It sounded really fun to drive. Oh, there's one of the Porsche SUVs, an Alfa Romeo or Romeo or however you pronounce that. Not 100% sure, but it was a neat little car. A little small for my taste, but hey, that's the way they make them. Like I said, we got Challengers, the Florida Gator Challengers here, blue and orange. This one was a little different. A Torino, a Ford Torino. Yeah, that Ford Torino had a Trump cutout in the passenger seat. Yeah, we even have your basic hot rods and a Forerunner custom Ford. Oh, a old military Jeep too. I forgot about that. But yeah, this car show we had a really big turnout because one of our members had passed away unexpectedly, and we were doing a tribute to him. In fact, you'll see his S10 Blazer on a trailer here in a minute on the slideshow, and he passed unexpectedly last month. But yeah, there were over 100 cars that came out to the Yulee Cars and Coffee one. In fact, I lost count, so I'd say somewhere around 120 probably, because I took 106 pictures, and I know I didn't get all the cars that were there. Yeah, one of the neat things about this meetup, this car show, Cars and Coffee, is we just do it in an empty parking lot on a Sunday morning. And this parking lot was built years and years ago for a shopping center that didn't need it. It's just been empty space. Nobody ever parks there. Nobody ever uses the parking lot. So one Sunday a month, we take it over and use it. Oh, look at all the ducks on the dash of this Jeep. Yeah, I just sometimes you don't understand the car culture thing, and you get to talking to somebody and they tell you about the ducking the Jeeps. That it means, hey, I like your Jeep, but it just still seems kind of weird. Of course, I don't own a Jeep, so I don't get it, but I do know Jeep people, and the crazy amount of money they spend on those Jeeps. Woof. Some guy was talking about he had enough in his that he could buy a small house. I didn't inquire as to how much that meant, but you got to figure the cost of the Jeep plus whatever mods. Oh, here's the Jurassic Park Jeep. Yeah, this was cool. Anyway, if you like this content and you want to see more of this content and you want me to keep making it, you know, drop a like, drop a comment, share it around. Anything you can do can help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Let YouTube know you like this stuff. Because if you like it, I get more recommendations and I get more followers. I can afford to go and do more events. So help me out here. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Share it around. Comment on it. You know, just do something. Let me know you're there. Anyway, thanks for watching. This was the weekend that was in the car show world from me.